Hey, my name is Dr. Joseph Taylor, chiropractor in West Palm Beach, Florida. Our office is Renewed Wellness, and we're happy to be here at the Communication and Closing Seminar. So really, I was looking forward to just being able to increase our ability to communicate, not just myself and my wife, Dr. K, but for our whole team to be able to increase their ability and their confidence in being able to know how to communicate with people, how to solve problems, and it definitely didn't disappoint. We definitely had the light shined on some things that we didn't realize we let fall out, but just hearing how important they are. So some of them are definitely the read back for day two. Speaking with Dr. Gary about the day two and talking about where our close percentage is now versus where we want it to be, and him just showing us how like that small little thing is gonna make such a big difference. And after being reminded of some of the things we went through in the seminar this weekend, it definitely makes sense how leaving that out is really just a critical part that's hurting our close percentage. So that's one of them. Another one for day one is the use of the brochures. We use them, but sometimes we kind of like cherry pick and take out certain things. Like, nah, this one's not as important. So really just being reminded of the fact that all these things are in there for a reason, and we need to just follow the plan. So that was definitely a good reminder for us as well. We decided to bring our entire team here to the workshop, mainly because we know how effective it is when we're here, but when we go back and try to communicate that to the team, we usually lose a bit of the information. So doing it Zoom versus in person, I feel that us being here physically allowed our team to really be able to see, engage, see other people, in person, not have the distractions of Zoom and stuff like that. So that was the reason why we decided to have our entire team come. One of the biggest takeaways, and the feedback of speaking with them, is the tone scale, right? That's something that they've been like ranting and raving about even over dinner yesterday, because that's something that they've heard us reference, but they didn't know what it meant, or they didn't know the significance of it. And it helped put a piece of the puzzle together for them of like, okay, well, I've kind of been doing this. I didn't know why I did it, but I kind of did that naturally, but now I see where if I do this, it'll help me go there. So that was a real big take home for them, the tone scale, obviously other things, but I think that's been the biggest, just being able to identify and giving them the power or them knowing, a confidence of knowing that they can meet someone where they are and know how to bring that person up without just feeling like maybe I'm being rude, or I don't know how to respond, or do I just leave them alone? So that's a real big take home that I'm happy that they've got. So for them, but also for us. So that means less things we'll actually have to handle as the provider, because now they'll be empowered to know that they can do it on their own. Man, it was so many golden nuggets. It's kind of hard for me to pick one. So if you don't mind, I might say a couple. All right, so one was just the quote of, let's do this, right? Something so simple, but using that to really lead the person, and not push them, but lead them in the direction that you want them to go to take action on the care that they need. Also the heart cell, being the beingness, right? So that ties into the beingness as well. Beingness was another one that I was reminded of this weekend, because we have a passion for what we do. That's why we decided to be a chiropractor. But when we get so caught up in just the everyday of, treating patients and running an office, sometimes you can lose that. But having that fire reignited gave me more of a sense of beingness, obviously, but knowing how to use that to be confident in a heart cell. And if it comes down to that, caring enough to really lead that person to where they really need to be, of why they came to us in the first place. I strongly encourage everyone to, invest in this seminar. The main reason is because everything that we do is centered around our ability to communicate with the patient and know how to get them to take action. And without these soft skills or the hard skills that come along with being able to do so, you're gonna limit yourself. So I know that, sometimes it's difficult to make the sacrifice, whether it be financially or time, but I'm 100% confident it's gonna pay back tenfold, hundredfold, because when we're able to communicate better and know how to do these things, it's definitely just gonna help us be able to fulfill our purpose at such a higher level.